Hey everyone, what's up? You've reached the page of Christopher Loki Collins. How are you guys all doing today? This is the day after the end of my 6 months on T. So yesterday, I officially celebrated half a year on T, which is awesome. So 6 more months, and I get to say I'm 1 year old as a boy. So that'll be awesome. I'm totally celebrating that day, just so everyone knows, because that's a big deal. Um, I'm still seizure free, which is awesome, of course. I just went to Planned Parenthood the other day to do my blood work so that I could get a refill on my testosterone. So I'm looking forward to seeing how those results come back. And then in March, I have my second official meeting with Dr. Webster, which I am excited about because I don't know, she's really cool. She's a good doctor. I'm lucky to have her, and yeah, Planned Parenthood is awesome for providing services that help everybody in the community. Um, so more power to them. Totally bonus. Um, Very good people, very nice people to work with. Um, so yeah, I written down some things. This is to kind of help make my videos not 20 minutes long, hopefully. So I wrote down some things that I'm going to cover in this video. So let's get started, I guess you could say. First thing that I obviously don't need to really cover too much, because obviously if you watch this, you guys can tell my voice is still changing. Me, love it. Ooh, I want one of those.
Finish your video.
So yeah. So being still seizure free is a very big deal. That's also gonna come into play with something else that I'm gonna cover later. Passing, I seem to be starting to pass really well, which is pretty awesome for just being 6 months in. Granted, I will say that even before I started testosterone, I got mistaken for like a 16-year-old boy a lot by high school girls.
Or when you went out with me, you always were called sir.
Or whenever I'd go out with Sienna, I was always called sir, so I guess, I don't know, maybe passing isn't like as big of a deal for me as it is for other people, but I was excited anyway. We went to the doctors. See, not all the time. I wasn't always.
No.
Always. So let me fix that. I wasn't always referred to as him or whatever. And then we went to the doctor for Sienna, what, Monday, I think it was.
Yeah.
And it was the first time I've actually walked in to any kind of building and had automatically got called gentleman. Like when the nurse came to take her vitals and everything, she referred to me as gentleman and her boyfriend and it was fucking awesome. I was excited. I was mad stoked. It was great. I've had a couple people on the streets too that like would bum a cigarette or something that like normally I'd get like, hey Chica, can I get a cigarette? Now I'm just like, hey bro, you got an extra smoke? Yeah, here you go, cause you're calling me bro, so you're awesome. Free cigarette. That and I don't usually charge people unless I'm like really low, because I've been in a predicament where you have to bum cigarettes before. So whatever. So passing is starting to go over smoothly. So I think that means that I need to get on top of saving up to get my paperwork legalized so I can get my ID and everything changed. Hair. Body hair. I'm getting body hair. Thank you, Dad, so much. You're awesome. I'm gonna be a hairy, woolly mammoth like you. But it's okay, because I love you and I'll still be gorgeous, so whatever. So like my happy trail is, I don't even know if it's really a happy trail, because it's got the happy trail thing going on, and then it's got a bunch of other dark hairs starting to show up around it, like a patch.
Like random hair. It's
yeah.
Not quite a trail just yet.
It's kind of like weird. I'm getting hairy. Let's just put it that way. I'm slowly getting hairy. This into that one. I just shaved for like the second time since I've been back. Because the stubbles are actually starting to come in a lot quicker than I thought they would. So there'll be times where I'll just constantly have to touch it because it's weird. I don't know, like after you shave it itches, and so you're touching it a lot. And then there's times where Sienna will turn around and I'll just be like petting my face, just like, oh, it feels so good. So she'll kind of laugh at me, just like, dude, you're a dork. So it's pretty funny. So I'm looking forward to that, because that also means that my facial hair will probably start showing up a little bit more, as the months keep going. So that's pretty cool. I'm still having my energy fluctuations. Like, I have moments where I'm just like tired, and then I have moments where I'm just like, oh, we gotta do something, or I gotta do something, or what the fuck ever. Really, is what it comes down to. But at the same time, it's also causing me off and on bouts of insomnia, and I don't know if that really has to do with like the tea, or just because my mind has a lot going on and it's not allowing me to sleep, which is pretty shitty. But I'm trying to work on that because she doesn't really like to go to bed at night alone every night, which is understandable. So I'm trying. That's all I could say to that. Sex drive is still high. I don't expect that to change. Though I will say that I am trying very hard to learn how to control it. That way, I'm not constantly bugging my partner for sex, especially when she doesn't feel good. So yeah, I'm trying to work on it. What did she say? Try being the operative word, but I'm getting there. Sorry, I think one of our animals is feeling a little icky. So yeah, that's for sex drive. Of course, still have porn in my random personal moments. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Mental changes. I pretty much had my first eye-opening experience with the mental changes that go on between being female and male. Or maybe it's just me and how I was raised. I don't know. But yeah, so for example, I went to the studio the other day with my best friend. Went to Hot Pot and hung out with the girls. And at one point, I went to turn to talk to Amy Sigil, who is like the co-founder of Hot Pot. And around, or not co-founder, the founder. I'm sorry, the founder. I messed that up. The founder of Hot Pot. Sorry, Amy. Sometimes I get my words confused. So where was I? Oh yeah. And one of the girls just happened to start undressing and changing, which I've been a part of Hot Pot for like ever. I really have been. They're like a family to me. And normally when I was a girl, I didn't really care. Like, it didn't really bother me if I like was talking to somebody in the same direction as somebody changing. It really wasn't a big deal, I guess. And that's because I was a girl and they were girls, and it wasn't whatever. It was just whatever it was. But with this situation, I actually found myself turning away because I was like, I shouldn't be watching this girl get undressed. Like, that's kind of messed up. And the right thing to do as a guy would be to turn around and not watch, right? At least if you're a gentleman. So I felt awkward enough to turn around and not watch because I kind of felt like, yeah, that would be disrespectful just to be sitting there like, oh my god, a girl's changing. When I could just come home and watch my fiance change or watch porn. So whatever. So out of respect for one of the girls there, who I have a lot of respect for, I have a lot of respect for all those girls, really. I turned away. So that was pretty good. I also learned that certain conversations that girls have do definitely make men feel uncomfortable. Even if you're a man who used to be a girl, you still feel kind of weird about it. But I'm not going to go into too much detail on that, so I'm sure you figure it out yourself. So mental changes wise, I'm starting to notice that I have a different outlook on how I treat the girls around me and how I respect them. So that's pretty cool. So since we're talking about the studio, we are talking about the girls. Amy, thank you for asking me the question that you asked me when I came to hang out. It's not an uncommon question in our community, as far as I know. There's a lot of people in the transgender community who, once they change into the sex they've always been, will either continue to date the same sex and consider them not and could be gay, or there's people like me who I identify as a straight male. So Amy's question was, it's like, okay, so now that you're going through this transition, do you still like girls? And I was like, oh god, yes. That is never gonna change. I'm always gonna love women, always, for the rest of my life. I'm sorry, but that's just me. But she made a good point that there are, like I said before, there are a lot of people in the community that'll change from male to female and still date women. so then they become lesbians, I guess. And then you have the males who will transition to male and date men. Gay, I guess, or whatever. It doesn't matter to me as long as you guys are happy. What you do, who you do it with, that's that's your business. As long as you're fucking happy and they're good to you and you're good to them, that's really all that matters. But it is not uncommon for that to change. I've been asked about whether I feel the need to over masculinize myself in order to pass to be myself, I guess you could say. I haven't noticed if I have. I don't think I have. I think I've just been going with the flow of the changes that happen with the testosterone and everything. I will say this, like, I have noticed that I am starting to walk tall a lot more. I'm starting to walk with my shoulders back a lot more. I'm starting to feel a lot more confident in myself and a lot happier with myself because I'm starting to feel whole. So that's what really matters, The last thing I want to cover is top surgery because that is a big deal. Speaking of which, I will be posting on my YouTube page a PayPal account for donations. Any little bit helps. Just to throw that out there. I will be going to see Dr. Brownstein. A lot of it's Florida is just too far, and that's just way too much saving up for. And Dr. Brownstein is in San Francisco, and I have friends in the Bay Area, so I'm sure when surgery happens, we needed a place to stay in the Bay Area for the 7 to 8 days after the surgery that I need to, that we'd be able to find a place to stay, which will save us money as well.
We could stay in a cheap, sleazy hotel.
Or we could stay in a cheap, sleazy hotel, I guess. So yeah, and with that, my mind definitely got made up for sure the other day when I got on YouTube, and I found a video of an interview with Dr. Brownstein, and he's worked with people who have epilepsy before. He's worked with quite a few people, and he's had some good results. That gives me a lot more faith in going to him because of the fact that I'll know I'm in good hands, and that's a lot of good faith, and he's been really good at working with me. He originally gave me a quote of $9,000, and now it went down to $5,750, so that's really good. So it's where I'm going right now. So I haven't set up an appointment for top surgery yet because of the fact that I kind of want to wait until I have some funds in order to set it up and whatnot. So that's how all that's going. I'm going to slowly start saving up to get the paperwork and stuff changed on my end as well as for top surgery. But like I said, I will be posting a PayPal account for donations. Every little bit helps, and I can guarantee you that is exactly what it'll go towards. So with that said, I'm going to let you guys go, and I will be doing another update at the end of my 7th month, unless I decide to do one of my singing videos. But yeah, that's beside the point. So I will see you guys at the end of my 7 months. Peace. Oh wait, I'm sorry, and for all the shoutouts, I can't do all the shoutouts with names anymore because people keep throwing their names in, and I'm gonna start getting it all messed up and confused. So shoutout wise, the shout out to my hot pot girls, my families here, Oregon, Florida, Canada. I don't know. I don't have any family in Canada. I was just throwing that out there for the hell of it. To all my fans and to all my subscribers, thank you for watching my videos, and thank you for your support.
What about me?
And to my fiance, I love you, and thank you for giving me my shots in my ass every 2 weeks, and for putting up with my dickish moments. I guess. With that said, I love all of you very much, and I will see you guys soon.